request for information from the field. Normally, when you are in the field as assigned in as a field engineer, there is what you call, you will encounter it as request for information, RFI. So normally, if the delay is caused by the designer from not answering it right away, then it may cause time extension. So there are a lot of factors that are considerable in time extension. Okay, what are progress payments? What do you understand about progress payments? Miss Ambayan, Lindsay, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what do you understand about progress payments?
Based on on my research, sir, progress payments from the word itself, sir, progress. It is a method of payment na it's to be completed along the way until the project is finished, sir.
Okay, can you cite an example of a progress payment?
Like for example, sir, let's say it can be the monthly or kanang bi-monthly, something like that.
Yes. Normally, progress payments are done every month when the project construction project manager evaluates the work of a contractor. Then progress payments are based on works done by the contractor based on the time schedule. Okay, what do you understand about notice to proceed, NTP? Mr. J. Heiser Pameron? Excuse me, Mr. Pameron? Okay, let's ask Miss Camille Rojas. If you're there, Miss Camille Rojas, what do you understand about notice to proceed? Okay, a notice to proceed is given to a contractor upon receiving or upon after a notice of award NTA. Then follows an NTP, notice to proceed, which means the contractor can now proceed to do his start of work. And what are these things that are needed in this notice to proceed? The contractor prepares a lot of things: mobilization, bank housing, layout of the work, what have you. So when you receive a notice to proceed, it is normally given, you are given at least a week after receipt of notice to proceed to start. Okay, so I think all of you must have submitted their work on that key terms that I asked you to write. So we continue now with our discussion of change orders. Uh, Change orders number two. Assignment change orders number two. So what are normally change orders? Change orders, according to what you have researched probably, You have seen based on plan. So the contractor may request for a change order on that. Next is there are errors in the plans that you have not seen or omissions. When errors and omissions are detected in the design, either the contractor or the designer can request a change order. Errors requiring a change order involve errors in the plans or in the specifications. Omissions are those required items or project elements that have been inadvertently omitted from the design documents. Example of this omission is the strength of the concrete. If it is not stated in the plans and specifications, normally a structural concrete is 4,000 psi in strength. But it has not been stated there, so the contractor is always worry on what type of concrete strength is to apply. So he does not include it in his bid estimate. So that is where a change order is being applied when there is omission in the process. Uh, Excuse me, I have to answer a very important call for a while. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I hope you're still around. Okay, let's continue. Uh, why is one of the reasons for change orders is errors and omission, unforeseen conditions, and change in project design. Normally, the owner has requested a change in the design, especially if he finds the design not fitting for his likes, awkward for him. So the owner may realize during construction that his requirement for the facility have changed and there's a modification in design is necessary. So change order is imperative. Okay. Cite at least in your assignment, you're asked to at least two reasons why a change order is imperative. Most of you wrote there only one reason. So, well, I still gave it a point though. Okay, on issues of time and delay, what do you understand about time extension? Well, you have you have answered it. And let's now move on to what is liquidated damages, LD. LD. What is liquidated damages? Miss, I'd like to call Mr. D.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Liquidated damages, sir, is um, it is the contract between the owner and the contractor. I mean, it is part of the contract between the owner and the contractor, which means that the contractor is liable to pay for the costs of the project if he or she failed to complete the project based on the agreed upon date.
Okay. What is normally the rate of LD awarded to a contractor if he gets delayed, Mr. D?
I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't able to.
Yeah, there is a standard rate for LD in our construction industry. What do you think is that rate? How much is that given to awarded to a contractor for delays?
Not really sure. I I think it depends on the agreement between the owner and the contractor, sir. I'm not
Yes,
sure as to what.
depends, but it is normally standard 1/10 of 1%. Okay, 1/10 of 1% of the contract amount multiplied to the number of days delayed, granting for a 1 million contract, 1/10 of 1% of 1 million is 1,000. Is that correct? 1,000 ba? 1 million times 1%, 100,000 over the day. 1 million times 1%, 10,000 over 10, that's 1,000. Okay? 1,000 times number of days delayed. Let's say the delay of the project is 30 days. So you multiply it by 30, that is 30,000. So that is the liquidated damage to be deducted from the contractor as a penalty for the delay of his project. Why is there such thing as delays in a project? Well, as I have said, delays are caused by certain unforeseen conditions, errors of omission, and change in project design. So why do you think is LD important? Why is LD important? Crystal Bodomo, Miss Bodomo,
Yes, sir. It's okay.
why is liquidated damage just important? Miss Crystal?
Eh, kung sir, important siya sir kay sa likod ng contract or if, uh, if madelay kung wala liquidated damages.
Kit Duremdes, why is LD important in contracts?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
All right. Liquidated damages is well, it's beneficial for both parties by defining like the downside risk. So like it eliminates the need to spend time and resources to calculate actual damages.
Why is it important, Mr. Duremdes?
It eliminates the time spent and resources to calculate like the actual damages in like a project.
What do you mean by eliminate time spent?
Because like if let's say there are damages and like during the construction process, they don't have to spend so much time trying to calculate the damages, so they just have to pay for it right away or something like that.
I didn't get your point, but at least you answered it. But why is it important, LD? It is important for everyone so that the contractor will deliver the project on time based on the contract. And he follows the specifications, the plans accordingly based on the design. And if he does not follow, he does not deliver on time, then he is penalized. That is why LD is there very important for both parties to consider so that the contractor will deliver his project on time and the owner also will take his responsibility to pay the contractor on time. Okay, one situation. Granting the contractor did not receive his payments on time, but the owner wants it delivered on time. Is it let's say fair for the contractor to deliver his project on time? Miss Geraldiso? Okay, Miss or Mr. Geraldiso? Is, is it fair enough for the owner and the contractor to be on time in their payments and their deliveries on time? Mr. Mac Raven Geraldiso, so you must be a guy, okay? Please answer.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear
Sorry,
you.
the mic is so hard to fix, sir, because nag-line-line ang pag-detect, sir. The it is important that the contractor and the owner has a has a
Did you get my question? My question is it fair enough for the contractor to deliver his project on time without receiving enough payments on time also?
no, sir. Sorry, my bad, sir.
Can you
It is not
justify
fair,
your
sir,
answer?
if he if the contractor has no haven't been given a payment, then it is not fair because the purchasing of equipment or materials may be delayed for other projects, sir. Maybe the 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 expenses that is calculated, sir, might not be sufficient according to my understanding, sir.
Okay. It is an ethical practice for owners holding the payments to the contractors if even if the contractors deliver their project time. Very unethical practice. Okay? So once you have experienced this, you will always say unethical. Maybe ethics is not discussed in this subject matter, but I should say it is unethical for owners to withhold payments to contractors even if the contractors are doing their job well. Why is this? It's because maybe the owners have no funds, are not well financed to pay the contractors. And there are also owners who are just making the work of the contractor hard because of that. So, as an owner, maybe should realize that it is your responsibility to pay contractors. Why am I so volatile about this? Because I am a contractor and I've experienced these types of owners who does not pay even if you have delivered your project on time, based on specifications, based on plans, and they feel that they are more responsible to withhold your payment because you are already seeking payments. So why is this like this? Can you say something about it, Mr. J. Pamiron?
Hello?
Yes, go.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean yes?
Ay, I mean, about sa mga concert katong dili magbayad ang project owner on time.
What can you say about it?
As you said, sir, unethical kayo ang inana kay naay mga dili makakuan, sir, sa contractor. Like ang payment for materials.
Yes. And yet the contractor is penalized if he gets delayed by being deducted with liquidated damages. That's why it is so unfair, no? For building owners or project owners to treat their contractors unfairly. Uh, any questions? Any questions for so far? Before we go to another topic, which is supposed to be on Wednesday, So read in advance topics on litigation, value engineering, and arbitration, and mediation. We will be talking about that next meeting on Wednesday. Okay. So if you're wondering why we are not having face to face, we'll ask the department for next week's schedule if we are going to have face to face. I believe this is midterms week this week. So whatever assignments that you're given, you have to turn it in so that it will be considered part of your midterms, your assignments. Okay? So you have an assignment to be turned in at 5, which is due already today. So I hope you have all submitted it. And any more questions so far? Stephanie Mendoza, you have a question?
Sir, I was just wondering if there there are liquidated damages for the contractor and liable for the contractor, sir, ba? How about for the owner, sir? But there's wala jud, sir. Like there's something kanang they agreed upon.
I wish contracts or Philippine contracts are more uh, friendly to contractors, but it is normally friendly, more friendly to owners.
So
If you check,
usually
if you check contracts, sample contracts that are being passed around based on construction contracts, normally it is a one-sided affair that is always beneficial to the owner, not to the contractor. Stephanie? Yes?
so usually, sir, ang mga like real life na mga contracts between the owner and the contractor kay there's no clauses for the owner there whenever they cannot pay on time.
Well, as a contractor, if the owner cannot pay you on time, you just have to stop working and consider that non-receiving receival of payment as part of time extension, and that can be claimed as time extension. But uh, here in the Philippines, there's no such thing as contractor stopping because they have not received payments. Maybe in big projects, in the big projects, yes, they can stop. But for small time projects, they still continue. Any questions so far? Some more? Christine May, Presbytero, did you understand? Did you get the discussion?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions, Miss Christine May?
None, sir.
Okay. Anyone from the bridge, Miss Crystal Budomo? Okay.
Yes, sir.
None. Thank you for listening, everyone. I hope, yes, Miss Camille Rojas, you have a question? Well, if you have to ask me on my decision, I will not have a face-to-face at this time. But if they insist, this is midterms week man, di ba? This week? It's not this week. Sige, okay. Then maybe I will announce later if I will meet you. Kamo mag-face to face mo na ako rong Wednesday? So why insist of having a face to face? How come ikaw mo spokesman nila, Camille, when they can always ask me? Okay. So you're representing all of the sections. Okay. Good to know. You just tell your batchmates in the other class that we will still have online. Okay. Any more questions so far? Aside from other matters? Okay, since there's none, I will show up myself for you. Yes. See you next week. And
Thank you, sir. Get well. Get well soon, sir.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.